Welcome viewers to our next episode of Expert Speak series, where we have been bringing together people from various walks of agriculture to share their insights, best practices that can help a lot of the farming community and business folks out there. My guest here today is Prachi Yadav. So she's the co-founder of Yadus Vibrant Impex. She's an expert in exports and also a French specialist. Nice to have you with us here today, Prachi.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad to be part of this Aditi certification. It is a good platform where I can share my knowledge, my experience throughout my till now my journey. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So, Prachi, briefly tell us about the export procedures for agriculture produce or processed products. A brief overview.
So first of all, the people who are into the agriculture business, the very simple, like he had to register their company first, like for applying for the PAN card and the company registration, opening bank account, and issuing of I code, that is export and import license. To enter in the threshold of the export or import business, you have to obtain IC code, that is import and export code. And then after, if the person who's doing a business, like they are in the part of agriculture, so for the exporting agriculture product, we have to register our company in APEDA.
Correct.
APEDA, it's a government policy, like APEDA. For exporting food product, we have to register our company in APEDA. Okay. And then after, we have to select the product, what is the HS code of that product, whatever they are growing, like rice. So have to work on the rice thing, like you have to find the right market, like which is the country who are importing rice from India. So we have to work on that market and register with the some promotion council, checking with the government promotion scheme and trade agreements. Like if we have the trade agreement with the China or any other country, so we have to check which is the trade agreements happening with the government and the other country. Then you have to making your website, because how you connect with your people, like with the other countries, how we connect. So website making and searching local suppliers, like if they are the person who are growing rice, so they don't have to find supplier because their own product they supply. But the people who are into the agriculture business, but they are not growing something, so they find out the local supplier, select the right market, then identifying the buyers, like a domestic engine, generating the opportunities. So after that, this is a procedure mainly that you have to obtain your IC code, and then after you have to cost your things, like what is the cost of your raw material, what is the processing and the packaging, especially because we have to export our product. So we have to see the whatever the packaging standard of other country. So the packaging standard, the logistic, then add our margin, and then the government giving lots of incentives, so that in costing we have to add all these things, and the government give the benefits less than the costing. Costing costing like cost of raw material, example, cost of raw material, then processing, what is the procedure, then plus packaging, then your logistics things, then add your margin and less the government incentive, so you get the rise pricing of your product.
Okay.
Then after everything, sending quotation and sampling of the product to the customer, then negotiate the delivery terms, because it is very important in export business. You have to negotiate the international commercial term, then pay what is the payment terms. And most of the things, it's in export, we have 95% of the advance payment. So payment terms is mostly advance payment. Then sales contract and tracking payment, and ensure your product when it is supplying from our country to another, arranging finance, like small things. But first, the parts of things I see, and all the procedure is same.
Yeah. So if you don't have IC, you can't even start that. So I think that's the first starting point.
Yes, it is the IC, and the cost is very nominal. It's only 500 rupees.
Okay.
So in a DGFT website, you can apply online IC, and
Okay.
you pay the 500 rupees, you get it. Lots of
Okay.
people who are paying 11,000 rupees for the IC. So it is scam. You just need 500 rupees for applying IC.
I think that's a very important point
Yes,
that I would
yes.
encourage all of viewers to focus on.
Yeah.
So my next question, Prachi, is how can farmers get their agriculture produce or their processed products ready for export? So what are some things which they need to keep in mind?
First, they have to maintain the quality. If they maintain the quality and the products are growing, they have to focus on the market, finding the right buyers, finding the right transportation, where when we are doing a first time something, we are very confused. So just to clear that all the measure, like what is the transportation cost, find out the right freight forwarder, and find out the right market, because in international trade we have a huge market. That's a huge market. So we have to find the right market for our product, which is the greater demand. So identifying the right buyers. Then after, if you are finding the buyers, so you just verify the buyer is genuine or not. So you can contact the embassy. The farmers contact the embassy. Embassy giving the help free of cost. They're not charging anything. So आप लोग embassy से बात करो. You have to talk to the embassy. They give the data. You can talk to them. They give all the information like calling and their website, their email ID. So you just have to contact them, and then after you can crack your deal.
Okay. So, like I was mentioning, Aditi, we focus more from certifying products as organic. So, in your experience as an export specialist, are organic certified products in greater demand for agricultural exports?
It is a best product nowadays. In 2016 and 17, the India has exporting 500 billion organic product, 500 million USD organic product, because people nowadays are very health conscious.
Yeah.
They are not eating something like it can affect my health. Like so, the organic product for the exporting, you have just we have to create the awareness. Like you guys are giving a good chance to the farmer, that just creating the awareness about the agriculture, that's organic agriculture products, because there's a huge, and Canada having a big importer of the Indian organic product, and after that Vietnam, Mexico. So the demand is increasing, so we have a good market to exporting our product. And the person who are in this industry like organic agriculture, so the export is best, because there's a huge market, and only 1 lakh IC is registered under Indian government. So we are at the same time we are creating the opportunity of entrepreneurship also.
Correct.
So जैसे बोला जा रहा है कि अभी entrepreneurship सदी है 2021 से लेकर 2030 तक. So that is a good business for us.
So there is a lot of growth potential that's available, and still very less supply. So
exactly. We have a good product margin and good supplying, sourcing, good availability of the product. But because of people are not aware about these things, and we just left out. हम वो chance खो दे रहे हैं.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. So, how important is it for farmers to follow good agriculture practices? So when it comes to export of these agricultural products?
The question is complex, but the answer is very simple. Like when we are exporting our product, we are just like we are represent our country in a national, in a overseas border. So we have to maintain the quality, because we are not supplying only product. We are supplying our goodwill. We are creating our goodwill, the reputation. For example, when daily example, जब हम बैठे हो घर में, my mama जब खाना serve करते हैं, when we are serving the food, तो हमें जब वो सर्व करते हैं तो like एक ही plate में they putting rice, dal and everything. When the guest is coming, they giving everything in a bowl. So like that we have to create that presentation when it will create a goodwill of the country. So we are not exporting only product, we are exporting, we are representing our country. So we have to maintain the quality.
Correct.
Even in farmers, they are growing the qualitative products only. But after that, the packaging, the transportation, because lots of time the goods product are very good, but because of the transportation facility is not good, the product is become like वो खराब हो जाते हैं.
Correct.
So that's why we have to maintain the quality, because we want regular supply. We want to maintain the perpetual succession with the other country. So we have to maintain the quality. That's it. Nothing.
Correct. That was a very crucial point that you touched upon, which is quality getting impacted during the transportation and things like that. So how can exporters mitigate the risk of even losing consignments during shipment? Because we are looking at exporting from one country to the other. So what can exporters do to mitigate the risk of losing the consignment itself during export?
Yes. Like risk is uncertain. I understand. The infrastructure we cannot develop in one day. But the farmers have to take care of their product, their packaging, use the right product packaging. If the farmers are growing grapes, so which is the best packaging for exporting grapes, or like during the transportation it's not damaged. So you have to use a carton boxes and package your product, right packaging, and the packaging standard, it's mentioned in APEDA. Like if you are registered yourself, your company in APEDA, so they're giving the packaging standard, they're giving all the information. So people are aware about, like, if I'm supplying my product, so I have to use this kind of packaging and use the right transportation. If you have the bulk product, use rail transport, use, if it is perishable item, use air transport, because perishable item get damaged after 24 hours if it is not packed correctly. So use the right transportation. If you are not aware about, taking the help of the person who are expert in this business, taking the measure of the government helping you a lot. If you put a mail, they are giving the reply, and now Modi hai to possible hai and everything. So this is actually true. If you are not aware, and government also giving a ECGC, that is export credit guarantee policy. If your goods is, if in any reason, in XYZ, in any reason, if you not get your money from the buyers, so we take the insurance. If you're exporting the goods, take the marine insurance. If it is loss, because uncertainty we can't measure, but possibility we can measure. So take a marine insurance and these things.
Interesting. My last question is, how important is it to maintain product traceability system when you're exporting these agricultural commodities?
I'm not getting your question.
So why is it, how crucial is it to maintain the traceability from where it is coming, where it's going, and all those aspects, especially when you're exporting products?
Like if you are supplying the goods from one town, like very small town.
Because I'll be sourcing it from one place, multiple places, and then I'm exporting it. So how to better maintain that traceability to ensure that quality is maintained? Yeah.
So if you are belongs to one small town, and the people are not aware about where the product is going, right? So you have to talk to the right freight forwarder. You have to talk to the right export promotion council. So they will help you to reach your product from one place to another place. You have to currently thoroughly checking the market, what is the market rate, what is the transportation, like use right transportation, take a right help from the government, which is the right EPC, Export Promotion Council, for your product, so it is easily reach from one point to another. Like we have to study the market.
So I think in a nutshell, if I have to say one thing, people need to seek the support of the government. There are a lot of resources and support that's available out there, which people need to look into, seek their involvement, support, and then move forward.
Yes, people are not aware about that. This is the government giving lots of help to us, and it is not reaching to the people. So you guys are connecting, like we are like connection of between government and the customer. That person wants to export their product, but because of the we don't have the awareness of that particular things, the product gets stuck and we lose that opportunity.
Correct. So I think the number one step is to leverage the resources that's available from government.
Exactly.
Two is to follow the maintain the quality of what you're sending, because it's not just the product, it's a goodwill.
Exactly.
And three, I think whenever in doubt, I think they should reach out to experts like you who can help guide them with this entire process, so that we have more people from India exporting products globally.
Yeah, even only the margin of exporting is also very less. We are in the 17th or 16th, 19th position in exporting. So there we have to, like, हमें बहुत सारे hurdles पार करने हैं first आने तक. So we have to promote export lot, because we bring the dollar from our country and increase the rate of rupiah as well.
Correct. So it was really nice talking to Prachi. Thanks for sharing all these insights.
Thank you so much.
I would encourage our viewers also, if you need any guidance, support, please reach out to Prachi and the government portals which are there out there, so that you are more aware and making an informed decision on exporting the products that you're doing. Thank you once again, Prachi.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.